Do you think you can play games with me? Brad growled, knuckles popping as he clenched his fists, all eyes fixed on us in that buzzing high school hallway. You think your quiet act is going to get you anywhere at Lincoln High? Emily lifted her head, and for a second, the whole crowd fell silent. Something in her gaze cold. Fierce made everyone hold their breath. I'm not playing, she said, voice flat, but if you'd listened close, you'd have heard something dangerous. I was just hoping you wouldn't force me to show who I really am. And that, let me tell you, was the moment Brad Thompson should have backed off. But he just leaned in, mocking, who are you exactly? The kind of question you only ask if you're absolutely sure you're untouchable. If you'd blinked, you'd have missed the glimmer in her eyes that meant in 5 minutes, the whole school would be buzzing for a brand new reason. See, I'm not one for drama, but looking back, it all started that Monday, a regular morning in Maplewood, Ohio, with a mist clinging to the football field and 16-year-old Emily Harris trying to blend in as the new girl. Fourth move in 3 years, her mom was a nurse, always chasing a better job, and this was supposed to be the quiet place to start fresh. Emily didn't stand out. Average height, chestnut ponytail, thrift store jeans, a sweatshirt so plain nobody could remember the color. She never raised her voice. If a teacher called on her, she answered just above a whisper. But nobody knew her secret, not her classmates, not the teachers, not even the principal who'd shaken her hand with a practiced, patronizing smile. Emily was a junior state champion in MMA back in Michigan. 4 years training with the best coach in Detroit, her left hook could crack ribs, and she'd already tapped out guys twice her size. Only reason nobody knew? Her mom begged her to hide it. Let's just be normal this time, honey, she'd said, hope and worry tangled in her voice. That lasted less than one lunch period. First day, Emily's sitting alone, unwrapping her sandwich, minding her business. Here comes Brad, flanked by Kyle and Jake. Brad, big shoulders, military haircut, that stupid little chin dimple only bullies get. Kyle was wiry, always squinting like he couldn't believe anyone existed besides him. Jake just laughed at whatever Brad said. Hey, new girl, Brad barked, slamming himself down across from her. This is my school, my rules. Emily tried to play it cool. Nice to meet you. I'm me. Detroit. Kyle snickered. So, you think you're better than us? Emily shook her head. I don't think that. But I think maybe you do. Brad's grin faded. We've got a system here. Newcomers show respect. Especially city kids. You could almost hear her mom's warning in her head, but when she stood to leave, Jake clamped a hand on her shoulder. We're not done. Emily's voice, soft but steel-edged. What exactly do you want? $5 a day, sweetheart, Brad said, grinning like it was a joke, for protection. Stuff happens to new girls. She could have dropped him right there. But she just said, I need to think about it. Good. Don't tell the teachers. They love us. My dad sponsors the football team. They swaggered off. Emily sat, fists white under the table. She could hear her mom in her head. No fighting, Emily. Not here. At home, her mom asked how it went. Fine, Emily lead. That night, though, she stared at the ceiling, remembering Brad's smile, his threat, the way his friends laughed. She knew his type. If you paid once, you paid forever. Next morning, they were waiting. Well, Brad asked. I'm not paying you, Emily said, louder this time. Brad laughed, but his eyes narrowed. Guess you want things the hard way. After that, it was open season. In class, Kyle accidentally shoved her, scattering her books. Jake shouldered her so hard she hit the lockers. Lunchtime, Brad dumped soup on her jeans in front of the whole cafeteria. Laughter everywhere. Someone filmed "It's Soup Girl" was trending in 10 minutes. Emily barely made it to the bathroom before her hands started to shake, not from fear, but from rage she'd learned to bottle up. She pulled out her phone and called her old coach. Master Johnson, it's Emily. I've got a problem. Listen to me, Emily, he said. If you let bullies push you, it never ends. You can't hide forever. But be smart, never in front of witnesses, never more force than you need. She hung up, decision made. After school, she waited outside the gym. Football practice ended. Brad came out alone, sweat steaming from his shoulders. Need something, soup girl? He jeered. Emily didn't blink. One-on-one. Right now. If you win, I'll pay double, do whatever you want. If I win, you leave me alone, and you apologize to the whole school. He snorted. No rules, right? No rules. He lunged, swinging hard. Emily slipped sideways, let his fist sail past, and landed a punch to his solar plexus that emptied his lungs in one sickening gasp. He dropped, wheezing. He gasped. You box. She crouched, eyes level with his. MMA. Michigan state champ. And if I'd wanted, I could have broken your ribs. But I'm tired of people being scared of me. Brad struggled to stand. Emily was all calm. You have a choice. Apologize. Leave me a loner tomorrow. I show everyone what I can really do. He nodded, barely able to breathe. Next morning, he walked up to her in the hall, loud enough for everyone. I'm sorry, Emily. What I did was wrong. Rumors flew. By lunchtime, Brad and his friends weren't bullies anymore. They were her silent, nervous bodyguards. But then Jessica Martin, Queen Bee of Lincoln High, pulled Emily aside. Emily, there are guys from West Side harassing us at the bus stop. Teachers can't help. Will you? Emily agreed. That afternoon, 5 older boys circled the girls. Their leader, Travis, grinned. You want trouble? Emily stepped up. You've got 2 minutes to leave. He laughed, tried to grab her. She dropped him with a single punch and elbowed his buddy so hard he collapsed. The others froze. Next time, Emily said, it'll be worse. Word spread by the end of the week. She was teaching self-defense in the gym after school. 20 kids showed up, mostly girls, a few guys, all wanted to learn how to stand up for themselves. Brad, weirdly enough, started helping her. If someone got out of line, he shut them down. Even teachers started coming to watch. A month later, there was an MMA expo in town. The crowd chanted for Emily. She ended up in a friendly match with a pro. The other girl was older, heavier, all confidence. Emily took her down with technique, pinned her, and won. The stands went wild. Her story exploded. Newspaper profiles, TV interviews, messages from kids all over the state. Some called her a hero, others called her dangerous. But it all came to a head when Travis, the bully from West Side, got arrested for assault, and his family tried to blame Emily, saying she provoked him. Suddenly, Emily was at the center of a media firestorm. The trial drew crowds. Some cheered her, some wanted her punished. But her classmates, her self-defense students, Jessica, and the other girls all took the stand. They told the truth. Emily only acted to protect them. Her testimony was calm, honest, and fierce. Real strength isn't about hurting people. It's about knowing when to stop. Jury was out less than half an hour unanimous, not guilty. The school changed. Emily's self-defense class became an official program. The honor court she helped create replaced punishment with understanding. Bullying disappeared. Even Brad turned his life around, mentoring younger kids. But it wasn't over. One night, Travis's father, a big man, mean and drunk, cornered Emily on the street. You ruined my son, he slurred. She tried to walk away, but he lunged. 2 moves, all muscle memory went down, out cold, just like his son. Security cameras caught it all. Police told her she was a hero again. But Emily realized her reputation would always attract challengers. She talked it through with her mom, who just hugged her and said, keep being yourself, Emily. Protect those who need it. Don't ever let fear stop you. Graduation came. Emily stood on stage, cap and gown, looking out over the crowd. Problems find us whether we hide or not, she said. All we could do is face them head on and help each other. When she left for college, the whole town came to see her off. She never stopped teaching, never stopped fighting for kids like herself. Over time, she opened her own center for youth empowerment, taught hundreds of kids, spoke at conferences, trained new leaders. Every year, she returned to Maplewood, looked at her photo on the gym wall, and smiled. Because in the end, it wasn't about fighting or medals or being the toughest kid in school. It was about finding your strength and helping others find theirs. And if you think one person can't change a whole town, well, you just never met Emily Harris. So, let me ask you, in Emily's place, would you have fought back or stayed silent? What does real strength look like to you? Fists words, or something deeper? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about what justice and courage really mean, because, you know what? The world needs a little more of both, now more than ever.